Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I certainly wouldn't be closing in on 10,000 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys. I mean, can you believe that? 10,000 is literally 300 people away. So thank you guys, because this is a shout out to you. Well, you know, they always tell me don't quit your day job, and I certainly haven't. And I know that normally you don't catch me in the morning here in the man cave. But my day job for the rest of this week is kind of turning into an evening and night job. So I'll be end up working from like 5 to midnight or so and at the Smithsonian. So got a chance to actually sleep in a few minutes late this morning and do some work in my workshop and, of course, come to talk to you guys. Now, I love doing this. I am not, per se, an NFL expert. You know, I didn't go to school to be a broadcaster or be a sports forecaster or anything like that. I'm a guy, I played Little League, high school, and college football. I'm old, and I watch a lot of football. And I like to think that I have some good knowledge on football. I don't by any means know everything. And I believe that the day you stop learning is the day you die, because everybody can teach you something. I've seen a lot of things of football. I have seen a lot of football. I've played a lot of football, but I'm far from knowing everything. But more and more I'm beginning to realize that a lot of these experts, they don't know jack crap. I mean, realistically, you know, when people were swearing that Johnny Manziel was going to be a great quarterback and that Jerry Jones was going to do anything and everything to get that guy, didn't he drop into the 20s somewhere and basically drop off the face of the earth? You know, the experts out there that basically said the same thing about Dak Prescott that they said about Russell Wilson. See, what they said about Russell Wilson was, if you need a backup quarterback for a couple of games, he might be the guy for you. He's not an NFL starter. And when you look at the same things they said about Dak Prescott, you know, Dak Prescott, yeah, he's Tim Tebow 2.0 with a slightly better arm. He's slow on his reads and, you know, not a top prospect. But yet that guy was Rookie of the Year. So we're in the middle of NFL Network's top 100, and they're down to 20 and below starting next week. And thus far, we haven't seen Dak and Zeke. Now, we've been well representative. I mean, we've got Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, we've got Tyron Smith, we've got Sean Lee in there. You know, we've got a lot of people that are representing us, and we know Zeke Elliott's going to be there. But the question will be is, will Dak Prescott? And so I started doing a little research this morning, and I came across Pete Prisco, Pete Prizio, Pete. How about we just say Pete Prick from CBS? And this is one of those opportunities that I say that these guys, these experts, don't know jack. Let's watch this clip of his top 100 real quick, and I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. Shaking my head, Jobu.
Look at Pete Prisco's top 100 NFL players, and to do just that, we're going to welcome in the man himself, CBS Sports senior NFL columnist, Pete Prisco. All right, Pete, we've got your top 10 on the board right now. What really stands out to you here?
Well, I think when you look at the 1 and 2, the quarterback situation, a lot of people will say, hey, Tom Brady might be the greatest quarterback of all time, and he probably is. But I have Aaron Rodgers number 1 because I think right now Aaron Rodgers is a better football player at the quarterback position than Tom Brady. Other things that stand out, J.J. Watt at number 4. Look, he's coming off a back injury, but he's healthy again. When he's on the field, he's one of the best defensive players, if not the best defensive player in the league. And number 10, Rob Gronkowski, same situation. Coming off an injury, but he's healthy again. When those two guys are on the field, they are 2 of the 10 best players in the NFL.
Pete, who's a player who's really rising up this year?
Yeah, Joey Bosa, the defensive end for the San Diego Chargers, as a rookie last year, had 10.5 sacks in 11 games. Remember, he missed time. He held out. It took him a while to get going. But this kid is a productive player. And when you're talking to scouts, personnel people, players around the league, the name they mention as the next great defensive player in the NFL is Joey Bosa.
And lastly, I have to ask you this one, Pete. Which player do you think is really going to stir up some controversy?
Well, I think it's Chris Harris being the top-ranked corner on the board. I mean, this is a kid who plays outside. He plays inside for the Broncos. He's done a lot of really good things. He's been to the Pro Bowl the last couple of years, and yet he doesn't get the recognition that some of the other big-name corners do, guys like Richard Sherman, guys like Patrick Peterson. But when you watch the tape, Chris Harris has been a very, very, very good corner in the National Football League.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Pete. To catch all of Pete's top 100.
Yeah. So that guy's an expert. Then when I first heard that whole situation, the thing I started wondering is, because when you look at like ESPN, who are getting rid of the real insiders, the people that will tell you the real deal, and replacing them with people that are more fluff than actual fact, you know, where they're getting away from sports reporters and going more to shock value with like First Take. Don't get me wrong. A broke clock is right twice a day. And Stephen A. Smith does get a few things right, but it's more fluff, more outlandishness, something to make you click. Fake sports. So I wonder, excuse me, if that's what Pete Prisco was going for here. Let me not put Dak Prescott on here, because I know people will talk about that. Because that's what it's got to be. Now, I know he was a rookie, and I know a lot of you guys will still say he's a dink-and-dunk quarterback, even though he was 4th in the NFL per pass completion. Yeah. Where somebody like Carson Wentz, would people still say, oh, Carson Wentz is a better quarterback, was almost 2 yards less per completion. But be that as it may, we'll leave that aside. But the fact that when you start digging through this list, now, of course, he's got Aaron Rodgers #1 and Tom Brady. Okay, I can't argue with that. Okay, those guys definitely deserve to be up there. They're definitely the cream of the crop. But as you start going down here, and you have J.J. Watt, who only played a little bit of time before being injured for the whole season, at number 4? Huh? And keep digging down deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, you got Gronk, who he's fantastic. A.J. Green, Joe Thomas. Drew Brees, okay, number 13, that's not bad. And Ezekiel Elliott, 14. Okay. This is not maybe the way I would have done it, but okay, you can see that. You got Zach Martin at 18 and Le'Veon Bell at 20. You got Joey Bosa, though, at 21. So you mean Joey Bosa is a better player than Dak Prescott was? Dak Prescott, a guy who threw 25 touchdowns with only 4 picks, and who was #1 rated rolling out in the NFL, who broke Tom Brady's rookie records, who took a team that was 4-12 last year and went 13-3 after having some bums that couldn't bust a grape, basically, with the same team. So you're saying that Cameron Jordan is better than Dak Prescott? And more important? Really? Really? As I go through this list, I'm like, how is it that Dak Prescott gets no respect? Because I'm going to tell you, this is actually a good thing. Because people forever have doubted Dak Prescott. High school, college, going into the draft, and even now in the pros. Even though he's produced everywhere he's been. Doesn't get hurt. Gets better every single year. You heard from him in college, hey, he's just a running quarterback. Yeah. But take a look at the team that was around him in college. It wasn't like it was a team full of high draft picks. A team of superstar offensive players. I believe the only offensive player that was drafted the year he was drafted was a tight end in the 6th round. He performed on that stage. He took a program that doesn't win in the toughest conference in college, the Southeast Conference, a conference that every single year has teams going for the national championship. And he got that program to be ranked number 1. They didn't win it all. Okay, we understand that. But it wasn't exactly a premier football factory. Yet, he dropped to the 4th round. He was an afterthought for most teams. And now, even still, after producing on a high level, still gets no respect. But that's okay, because Dak Prescott is a guy who will show you you are wrong. He's got that chip right there on that shoulder. And I, for one, can't wait to prove all of you idiots wrong. Well, friends, I'm Mark Holmes. It's Cowboy Jobu. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, man, well, hell, I'd just be sitting here drinking my coffee, talking to the dogs. Have a great day, and any news on the Dallas Cowboys, you will get it right here on the Jobu Sports Report. And thank all of you guys for bearing through me with the good old live streaming. I'm working on upgrading the thing, and unfortunately, I didn't realize the backspace button is a hotkey, and every time I was working and re-editing and getting the stuff together, it would boom, kick it live stream. So didn't mean to cry wolf all those times yesterday, but the effect was much better. I think the stream looked pretty good. I think you guys are going to be happy with it, and we won't have any more brain farts. So have a great day, and I will see you here soon.
Boy, that's the story of my life. No respect.
Well, friends, that's Cowboy Jobu. That's right, Cowboy Jobu. Creepy shit.
Oh my God!
Well, friends, that's a wrap here from the draft. We're headed back to the hotel so we can live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed all the excitement here at the NFL Draft. I'm Cowboy Jobu, and thank you for following.